it because there was an error. I had to restart without my VPN. And now we are live again. You can check on Twitch if you want.
I see us.
Yes, I think we are in. You have to, somebody has to mute the.
That's me. That's me.
Okay.
That's me. I got it. Starting.
All right. So.
Tweeted.
No one is here. I think so.
No.
We're alone, but maybe some people will start coming in.
That's fine. I like it when there's no one there at the beginning. It's like easier.
Yeah.
Like less pressure.
Oh, now there's the three of us, I guess. So.
Yes, I think so. I mean, I'm definitely watching on my iPad, so I'm one person. But how usually I can see if there's people today.
Oh yeah, I can see it. It's Tom. Hi, Tom.
Hi, Tom.
I can see like which three people. So yeah, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. So wherever you are around the world, welcome to our stream. Hopefully the sound is good. You can tell us in the next 3 minutes how do you hear us so that I can fix that if me or Eliza and Violeta are a little bit lower or too loud.
Are we too low, too high? Tell us.
What's it?
I was in the wrong. Oh, we got 7 people. That's why I couldn't see because I was watching the 20-second old video.
Yeah. Hi,
hello everybody.
Hi, Richard is here and Tom is here. Oh. We are using Glitch. That's for the question of the editor. We are using Glitch today. Yeah, because our guest from today, by the way,
Violeta.
It's Violeta Forest. So welcome to the stream. We should have like sounds.
We should have some sound effects.
Yeah.
Season 4 goals.
Exactly. So yeah, welcome, Violeta. We're very excited to have Violeta here today because I think it's been a year that we spoke with you. Like, if maybe you should come when the whole NFT thing exploded last year. I remember. That's when at least I started to talk to you. So on hand. And why don't you start introducing yourself for the people that might be here today that have no idea who you are. So, and meanwhile you introduce yourself, I'm going to pull up your website on the screen so that people can see it.
Okay. Yeah, my name is Violeta or Violet. I like to call myself a creative technologist because I just love working with all kinds of technology and like seeing how things can fit together and like what tools can be, what pipelines can be fit together, what tools can be fit together. So I've messed around with like a lot of different stuff, like shaders obviously, but like I code a lot in JavaScript, was a front-end developer at one point, so React developer at one point, got into computer vision and like some projects with AR and hand tracking and object detection and
I remember what you did for Snapchat. I remember that one was with the hand, right?
Yeah.
So cool.
I did a project with Snapchat, just making a lens that was like kind of like a concept for an AR game that was almost like an MMO, like you could connect with other people and like collect things. And kind of like you're on a quest, you meet this character and it gives you a quest to collect like, I don't know, like 3 hearts in the world. And then when you collect the hearts, it like, the character gives you a prize. Like, like if you were in Zelda or something, you're collecting like 3 chickens and then she gives you like a potion or something. And then, I've done a lot of stuff in Unity. Making video games or game art more so than video games.
Are you a gamer? And, I'm gonna interrupt because you mentioned video games like in your work, like inspire on and then working with. So do you like video games?
I wouldn't call myself like a hardcore gamer. Like I don't play WoW or like League of Legends, or I don't compete or anything. Or play Valorant, but I play My, which is I like rhythm games. So I play My,
Me
which is
too. Oh, if you have good ones, please send them in a DM because I haven't seen any good ones since like, oh, what's the one? Oh, shoot, I can't remember it now. It's a Japanese game where you're like on a little line and you have to like tap the dots and you're like flying through a roller coaster. Do you know what I'm talking about? Galaxy something? No?
no.
I'm gonna have to
I've
find
never,
that one and I'll send it to you. We can exchange. I
yeah,
love
I
rhythm
started
games.
on Dance Revolution.
Same.
Oh my god, how cool!
Yeah.
And in Canada,
Yeah.
because we
I
don't
went to
have a
high school in Vancouver. My high school was 90% Asian. All my friends were from Hong Kong. So I played Para, Dance Revolution, all of that stuff.
Where did you go to high school?
Sir Winston Churchill in Vancouver.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know in Europe there's no VDR, but or at least I couldn't find it. But yeah, I play My, which is with your hands. And what else do I play? Played Stray, which just came out. So yeah, I play games here and there. Yes.
Okay, interesting.
Oh wait, My is like poppin' music. Okay, right? Sorry, I just googled it. I shouldn't have. I'll Google this later. My bad. Don't mean to distract.
you can put the link on the chat, by the way, Eliza, if you found it. Maybe people will be
It's
curious too.
MAI.
My. Ah,
Let me see if I
okay.
can. Oh, hey, Cash is
I
here.
have
Hi,
I, I
Cash.
have an idea what you were talking about, so it was interesting to hear. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm gonna try
I
and get
wanted to
that.
ask you like because you were saying like so you grew up in Miami.
Yeah, I was born and raised in Miami. When I was like 22, I left to Chicago to go to SAIC, the Art Institute of Chicago,
Oh, cool. I'm quite
for the Art and
interested too.
Technology program.
How was that? How was the art and technology program in Chicago? I think Chicago is a lovely city, by the way. So
Yeah, it was cool. I met a lot of awesome people. Sean Zomer was there. He
Oh,
wasn't
we love
ah,
at
Vision
the
now.
school. Yeah,
Jealous.
he wasn't at the school, and like we never really talked, but I was always a fangirl.
mm,
And we like kind of there was like a cool like creative coding community that would like throw events, and we would do all kinds of cool stuff with VR, and it was so much fun. Um, and then I moved to Berlin because their creative coding community there was like even bigger, and I was like super impressed.
Super huge, yeah.
it is still this
And I
day.
really wanted to be a part of that. So yeah.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I love that. So you followed the community kind of, or like it definitely guided you a little bit on your path and like all the way to Europe and back again. Where are you now? Are
Miami.
you back in Miami? Okay. Are
Yeah,
you
like,
enjoying it being back?
I definitely don't feel like there's that community here that I've been chasing, but I'm trying to like find ways around
Maybe you can
it.
start it, you
Yeah.
know, so if there's no one, so and definitely like it's a place that you
that's
like to at the moment live, so you could totally start it.
Yeah, Miami is a good place to kind of like, if you have good taste, you can just do whatever you want because there's not a lot of competition, I think.
Mm.
So if you're brave, you can do it.
Yeah. So how long have you been then doing creative coding, like in between like Chicago and then you went to Berlin and then you are back?
I started coding a little bit before MySpace. So when I was like 12 or something, just basic stuff like HTML, CSS, copying JavaScript. But then it wasn't until I was making websites and everything, but then it wasn't until Chicago when I was like 22 that I was like, oh, maybe I can mix this with like art instead of just like making websites. So yeah, since probably about 10 years.
Cool.
Cool, very interesting.
Was there something specific that made you feel like you could combine art and code and stuff like that, or it just kind of happened?
Honestly, I studied for my undergrad like fine arts, so I did like film photography, which was super expensive. And when I graduated, I was like, wow, I don't know how to get a job. So I was going to go to grad school for sound, and I didn't get into that school. So then I was like, what if I mix code with art and then I could get a job?
I love it. No,
So
but the best things come out of necessity, honestly. Sometimes you're in a corner, you're just like, wait, what can I do?
yeah,
And then it all works out somehow. That's great.
Yeah, and I have to ask about your project as well. By the way, speaking of like projects, I saw that you were doing something with like a hand um, for accessibility. I think maybe that was the Berlin project. I'm not sure. So
yeah, that was in Paris actually. I collaborated with my partner at the time, and he is like a designer for accessibility, and he was like, he was showing me MediaPipe, Google MediaPipe, and he's like, this would be perfect for a prosthesis. I need you to code it for me. So like, I applied for a fellowship at this place called 𝗙𝗶 in Paris. They were offering fellowships, and I got it. I said like, you know, in the proposal that I want to make an Android app that's gonna use Google MediaPipe to do hand tracking, and the hand tracking values are gonna go over Bluetooth to the Arduino prosthesis. It's like a 3D printed prosthesis. And yeah, it turned out really well. We had like user testing and everything. It was awesome.
That's so cool. I feel like you're very agnostic when it comes to like what tech you use. I think I get the impression that it's like you have the idea, and then based on that you kind of choose what tech to use. Do you have like a favorite?
I mean, sometimes it's just like, oh, something cool came out and I really want to play around with it, like sh3e2, which I'm super excited about because so far it's been awesome. Yeah, sometimes it's about like what I feel confident in tackling, like if it's like
totally feel that. Yeah.
Like sometimes GLSL is just like too overwhelming, and I'm like, oh, I want to play around more. I want to, because you know with GLSL,
Sorry, that's just Paris. My bad. That's just the sirens. Paris. I apologize.
No, it's okay. I miss that sound. So yeah, sometimes it's just like playing around. I'm like, oh,
cool. Okay, so sh3e2. I've heard a lot about it, but I haven't had the time to like look at it, so I'm excited about it today. How is it different? Like, what is it? Is it like a layer on top of GLSL? Is that what I'm taking away from what you're saying?
Yeah, I think it's more high level. Well, I always confuse them.
Me too. I think low level is more complicated than high level.
Okay, yeah, GLSL is more low level, and this is just more high level, but it's very similar to processing in the sense that, like, one thing you do, like, how do I explain it? Like, you have one thing, like, let's say you make a sphere, and then the line under it says, like, rotate it, and then, like, everything that happens affects everything under it.
So, like, P5
Interesting. So, does it take shaders?
Maybe it's like P5 too.
Sorry,
P5 is based in processing in JavaScript per se. So, and it's very much.
Does it make shaders? It takes. I feel like it takes shaders out of the parallel processing. Maybe if it's like that. I don't know, or not. Let's play with it and see.
Yeah, let's learn because
like I already see here we've got a sphere 0.5.
Yeah. So what I made was, well, I didn't make it. I found sh3e2 is really cool because they have a starter template for Higgitnook, so you could just like zip it up and then make it an NFT. So I was like, oh, that's cool. We could like whatever we make, we can just like use it as a POAP. I don't know if you know what POAPs are.
No, what's that?
It's I think it stands for proof of participation, but I'm not quite sure. But it's basically just like a little NFT that when you go to an event, like a virtual stream or an event, you like as a participant, you get the NFT, and it's kind of just like a memento. Like,
oh, cool.
I have one from a talk, and whenever I see it, I'm just like, you just remember that it happened, and you're like, oh, that was fun. So
cool.
By the way,
yeah,
I have,
a memento.
And
so
I have to ask because I was showing on Twitch your website while you were talking, and I found these beautiful like examples of web art.
Renders
Are any of them done with sh3e2 that you're like having here? So
that was probably 3JS. I don't know what you're looking at, but is it like
I'm looking now at the cell phone floating with the plants. Yes, I guess this one is 3As, but lipstick and a rose.
Yeah, that's 3GS, and it has like basic shaders for like a glow shader or stuff like that.
And then you have like a city, like an immersive city of buildings.
Yeah, that was on 3GS.
Super cool.
Yeah, it's really, really, really nice.
Yeah, shader park is cool too because it integrates well with 3GS. So.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then you have like an audio reactive piece of like just triangles. Probably 3As too, I imagine.
Is it black and white?
No, it's
Is it
colorful.
with the MIDI?
It's like spikes almost, very
Oh yeah,
transparent,
that's 3GS.
translucent. And
Oh,
then
yeah,
the
I
first
love that.
example you have is just scrolling, and then you have just it looks like a shader to me, colors rotating. So it's a lot of fun. I'm gonna plug in your website on the
I think
chat.
Yeah, that one was just CSS gradients, I think.
Oh, really?
Oh, really? Yeah, that it looks like shaders, but
Nicely done. It looks really, yeah, it really does look like shaders.
Yeah.
But I mean, of course, we spend our days with our noses in shaders, so I guess it's also what we're used to thinking everything is. I mean, for me, anyways, anything that I see that's shiny on the web now, I'm like, that's a shader.
Yeah, but I think it's incredible actually that
Gotta be a
it's
shader.
CSS, because then
Yeah,
CSS
I'm
is
like-
you don't have to download the extra code of JavaScript, and so it's much faster. So it's nice. Okay, I'm gonna then put our template now so that people see why we were talking about Shader Park.
Yeah, and if anyone wants to use the template, you can just remix it, and then if you want to like make it an NFT.
Cool.
Yeah. So I think people can see actually, because we're on Glitch today, not on CodePen where we normally are, and I think people can see the kind of like the URL. So I suppose they could go and remix it already if they're people that is watching. So yeah, I'm excited to see what you can show us about how to use it. So yeah, go ahead. I can see that there's a sphere.
I wanted to show you guys. I made 2 little shader park examples last night.
Cool.
There's one of them in the chat.
Okay.
And you mean in this chat?
And then
yeah, in the
Between
here,
us?
I'll send it to you on Telegram.
Yeah, can you? So
Let me send
I
it
don't
to
have
you.
to open. Okay, great. I
Cool.
put it on the screen now.
Nice. Yeah.
And I'm gonna put it on
you
the
can
chat for
zoom
everybody.
in.
And then there's a second one. I'll send also to you. Yeah.
Okay, I'm there.
We have 2.
Ooh.
Cool.
Yeah, so just an example of what you can do or what I did. It's really simple, and the website is super nice. Like every time you make something, it shows up in the new. They call them sculptures. It shows up in the new sculpture, so you can see what other people are doing. So, I mean, for me, it's kind of like shader toy, but like cooler.
Oh, yeah. Oh, neat.
Yeah.
I'm looking. I see when you click on like edit code, you can. It really reminds me of like the P5 like web editor. That's so cool.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. So they feature
So
like
neat.
people from their community, kind of. If you have an account in Shader Park, like you do here.
Yeah, and then you can fork other people's stuff and edit it.
Okay, so yeah, it's like Shader or CodePen, which is the same. So people is like sharing stuff, but in here is exclusively stuff developed with their framework.
Shaders. That's so cool. Oh, I'm into it.
And then what I really like is that you can add inputs really easily, like sliders.
Okay. Ilithya, if you want to click back into the glitch.
Oh, okay.
Violetta is typing. She's in the glitch.
What word? Which
in
file?
The SP code.js, the one where we had commented hello.
I don't see anybody typing. Why? I have to reload maybe.
Oh, she stopped. She just put let input. Oh, she deleted it.
Okay, yeah. Now I see it. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Cool.
Weird. It says sphere is not defined.
So let
Okay.
input.
And what does input means? Why do you have 3 parameters there?
So let's just call this color. No, let's call it size. So 0.5 is the default, 0 is the min, and then 1.0 is the max.
Ah, okay.
I don't know, it's not working. Hold on, I just started using this yesterday, so I have like the tutorials on my TV screen, and I'm like watching them. So
as you go through
Don't
it, I love
worry.
it. I do that with my 2 screens as well.
But you know, it's part of like when we sit here, Eliza and me, it's live coding, right? So
Yeah, we
it
always
doesn't
just
have
kind
to
of
be,
poke
and
and
it will
debug.
never be perfect. So it's okay. It's just like when you're sitting alone exploring stuff. So, and I think it's
Let me open. I'm gonna.
partly what I wanted to say when people watch our streams, that it's you know, more human in that sense, you know. So
Yes, we do strive to. What's the word? Demystify, not demystify, but normalize debugging.
yeah.
And not having
Yeah.
like knowing the code right off the bat. So Matt in the chat says should be input like as a function and not as a variable, maybe.
Oh, I have no idea.
before I go into input, I'm just gonna like follow the tutorial to show you guys like
Sure.
random stuff. So you
Totally.
can do like a sphere box for this and then you can rotate really easily. So if I want to, this is how it's like processing. So if I want to rotate like everything,
Or like P5 that you
then,
can just, you know, rotate, and instead of like
yeah,
if you write pure GLSL, then it's of course a little bit of a pain that you have to bring in the function if you're doing it alone. So
Ooh,
now we see it.
cool.
Yay!
It makes sense
and
now.
they are like
I thought it was like a square, not a cube.
They're blend together. The box, the sphere, and the torus must be somewhere in there.
I wonder if there's, the torus is probably inside the sphere.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Maybe make the sphere smaller.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is.
Cool.
And then this could be like a vec3. So then you can like save that as a variable and pull it out. But what's really cool is that you can blend stuff. So if I do like mixed geo, we'll start blending stuff together and making different shapes.
Wow.
And can you choose?
Like marching right off the bat? That's wild.
Yeah, and can you choose, for example, because I can see the blending is kind of from the outside, could you choose like the opposite way or something?
I forgot. Well, you can do mixed geo, you can do difference.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's what I meant. So, okay, depending on the name of the, okay, yes.
It's like extrusion or, I don't know what the opposite of intrusion?
Intersect.
Thank you. Intersect.
Yes. Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
that's exactly what I was wondering about. Cool. Yeah, that's pretty
really
neat.
makes ray marching a lot easier.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
So fun.
It's really cool. What else can you do? Box. I think. Well, I'm looking at the tutorial. So then to move stuff around, you can displace it. I don't know the coordinate system exactly.
Let me check the reference.
Coordinate system.
Displace. Let me check. Coordinate space modifiers.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It seems to have an X and a Y and a Z.
I'm gonna look
but in the displace example, displace 2. Let's see. Wow, this is really interesting.
You are looking for the documentation of this place, right?
Yeah.
Seems like it's a vector 3. I mean, it would have to exist in 3D space.
Yeah, it's a vector 3,
Yeah.
it seems. I'm gonna put it on screen so people can see
Translate
the
or distort
documentation.
the coordinate space. Transformations are cumulative and apply to everything that happens after and subsequent calls. Nice. So you can really like stack everything. The coordinate space can be set back to blah, blah, blah. Okay. Yeah, it's a vector 3. And you can start with like just the X and then just the Y and then just the Z if you want to really do it in a staggered way. You don't have to.
Where were you reading this, Eliza?
Yeah, this is X.
Can you put the link? Because I am in something called references, but it's different. It's just examples. So.
Oh, yeah, no, same. If you go to the very bottom of the displays, there's a little description.
Oh, I found it.
It's not at the top.
Oh, yeah, because for me,
I was surprised.
Yeah. Normally, I would say in documentation, I expected that at the beginning.
Where's the display? Great. Here as a comment, Violet. Yeah. I'm just going to put what's in the...
So XYZ, yeah.
And then the grid is like negative and then positive. I don't know the grid.
The grid?
You mean the space?
Like negative and then positive.
If it's from -1 to 1, or what do you mean?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. And then
the space, yeah.
Is it normalized or not?
But that I have no idea what. Global settings, maybe?
Constant? No. I get nothing for constants.
It's a bit slow for me.
Set step size, constant algorithms, math, input, normal.
Coordinate space modifiers. Oh, no.
Oh, right.
There.
No, reset, rotate, mirror. Set space, I suppose.
Oh, set space. Set space is cool.
Set space. Vector 3 coordinate space.
Yeah, set space is for the vertex shares, which is really cool. I'll show you later.
This is like, I'm like shocked at how quick you have something like this moving on the screen. Like, wow, I'm blown away.
Yeah, but it doesn't say anyway. It just said that you can set the space, but it doesn't say how it is. So, but I guess we can guess it.
It doesn't say if it's like...
I imagine maybe -1 to 1, 0 in the middle.
The coughing.
Ooh, that's nice. Whatever
you guys can jump in and change stuff if you want.
I'm trying to figure out.
And now it's shiny because you add this metal thing, right? Like the metal function.
I added the metal.
It's kind of like a material.
Yeah, there's metal and then there's shine. And I think it's only applying to the torus right now because everything is above torus. And then, like, for example, if I want to move just the box, so I'll displace the box. And then...
Oh, it stopped for me. Wow.
You know what? I feel like probably they don't even ever tell you if the space is 0 to 1 or -1 to 1 because you don't need it, because we're never going to touch the UVs. The UVs are managed for us. That's the impression I'm getting, which is kind of amazing.
Do you guys have an error since this project has too many requests?
Yeah, I just reload and then it's gone. I had that as well, but then just refresh and then it's gone. I think it's a little glitch.
They were clever picking the name for the website.
If you refresh, I think it should.
I like this figure because it reminds me of the project you did, Eliza, with the snap lens, where you were doing like these mirrored monsters.
Totally.
Yeah,
I was thinking the same.
Yeah, they also have a mirror thing that you can do. I think it was mirror N.
Oh, why N? Normalized mirror?
Probably normals.
I don't know.
I would think the normals.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I also thought.
I actually don't know how to
normal.
There's so many questions.
So then you can start mirroring stuff.
Yeah.
and like
Oh,
love
n number
mirroring
of
stuff.
times. Silly me. It's not normals at all. Mirror n is mirror all operations along the x, y, and z axis n number of times. So we could have like infinite depth of objects repeated if we wanted. Count and spacing. So like here, if I put like 8, what happens? Oh, I was expecting there to be, because like in the demo, I put this underneath. Is it going to break everything? But in the demo, there's like a million. Yeah, there's like a million
Cool.
little spheres. I'm not sure what the difference is between what I just plugged in though and like up here when you had 0, 1, and then you had your mixed geo. Oh, maybe it just needed a second to compile.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's fun.
It's
And
much
there's
faster.
orbit, or I guess
Much
you
faster.
guys, when you set this up, Violetta, did you put orbit controls or does that come out the box?
that comes with 3JS. It's yeah, it's the 3JS part of the project.
So cool.
Oh, so when you set this up, like you decided, okay, I want to use 3S, but I want to use Shader Park for like the simplicity of having this shader library of, so that you don't have to, make the ray margin. Okay.
Yeah, so you don't have to write straight GLSL, but what's cool is that if you do want to write GLSL, you can write GLSL with Shader Park.
Yeah, I see they have the GLSL. They have like in the documentation a little GLSL thing.
Yeah.
You can have a function where you, I guess you put like a custom GLSL function. That is so cool. So it really is for everybody. So you can get a handle on like the ideas, and then once you're comfortable, just start to slowly jump in with real. I shouldn't say real, but like the more lower level GLSL code.
Yeah. By the way, how could you do color in here? I'm curious how to do color because the documentation.
That's my next question.
For me, it doesn't work. It's very slow, probably because I'm hosting, so I cannot access the documentation anymore. So if you show me,
your computer's just like.
Yeah, it's really like
holding on.
But I was really wondering about color, like.
There's this thing called get space.
Ooh, okay. So you color with space. Yeah. RGB, like basically,
cool.
Right? So.
Yeah, and then if you want to like tone it down, you can multiply it by.
I love
by
it.
a decimal.
Yeah.
So cool.
I think is get space maybe the vertex shader? I'm not sure.
Which one? Get space? Let me check. Set space?
Oh, it's set space. Maybe it's set space.
Applying any kind of space transformation, including translating the coordinate space. That's where we can mess with the or stretching or warping the space and the objects inside.
By the way, I have a question, Violetta, from somebody in the chat, which I thought it's interesting. So Tom is asking, like, if we do have the orbit control from 3S, does it mean that this is not ray march, or is it ray march, a shader on a plane, or is it actual shapes?
Oh, but wait. I think my guess is that it's a real shader because I just did this when I did my thing last week, and I know now how to incorporate orbit controls directly into pure shaders. But Violetta, what do you think? What do you say?
I have no idea. I do know that you can get the ray coordinates. Really, or I don't really know what it's called. But you can. Well, let me look up the ray thing because it's really cool and it's really easy to do like ray marching effects.
Okay. It was Tom that asked this, right?
Yeah, Tom.
So I need to like go back through my, like I had to like manually minify my code to get it to run properly on 𝗙𝗵𝗱 recently. But so I need to like go and reorganize it so I can properly extract the thing that I learned while I was making the piece. But you can actually take orbit controls from 3JS and send them into your shader through the vertex shader part, if I'm remembering this correctly, and then you can use it to like to play and rotate your object. So if you guys go to my 𝗙𝗵𝗱 profile, you can see the demo, you guys, like, of the thing that I made, and when you rotate it, you're playing with orbit controls, but it's a fully ray marched scene. I only used 3JS to scaffold it so that it would run easily in the browser. So it's possible. That's the.
Can you send it in the
lesson.
chat? I want to see it.
Somebody
in the
just
chat.
said that, by the way. Matty Willow was just saying this, that it's actually a Raymarch scene, so it's a fragment shader, but they just have orbit controls. So yeah, somebody in the chat as well supported that.
If you move the example around with the orbit controls, you can see that I added, it's called get ray direction, and it will like use the remarking somehow. I don't know.
In
Wow.
orbit controls, you
cool.
mean? I
So
clicked on
cool.
the orbit controls JavaScript file. You mean there? Or
No, just like go back to the SP code and then the preview. Just move around the preview.
oh
just, like,
yeah,
drag
ray
the scene
direction.
around.
Yeah, but for me now,
So
can I
cool.
zoom out somehow? Because it's very
supposed to be
can't.
I just see a
Oh yes,
yellow
you have to
thing.
drag your mouse. No, you have to drag the mouse. You don't use the wheel.
Right,
You have to drag the mouse. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was
Like
stuck.
it's kind of the same as in So neat.
Okay, yeah.
I love these type of tools. I love when people make things like easy to approach
There
like this.
we are. Now I can see everything. So.
How do I want to go back to like when it was mirrored because it looked like
and maybe
like
less.
bat wings.
Can you put less of this, because for me I cannot make my screen, I have to keep it for the OBS, so it's too much and I cannot see, so it was better when it was less objects.
Oh yeah, we can reduce. Let's reduce.
Just reduce, please.
Yeah, a single little ball. I love it.
I mean, you can
It's
put more.
Little egg.
Not too extreme, but but it was way too much.
Like a little, a teardrop or something. I like this little shape.
Yes, perfect. That's
my
nicer.
God, yeah.
So people can see, because I cannot really resize this. And now I can see the ray direction. I can appreciate it more now. When I was moving, you can see some.
I'm gonna go back in time because I really want the bat wings.
Yeah, the bat wings were my favorite so far.
Back.
I really, really like that.
Can you
I wonder, does Glitch have like infinite Apple Control-Z? Control-Z, Control-Z.
Yeah, that was like just the window until you go back.
Bat wings.
And let's see if we have more questions. That look like it went great. Oh, that was cool.
So nice, yeah. I wonder if ShaderPark lets you like export or like compile into like full shader code so you can like see what's like happening under the hood.
I imagine that you can.
They must let. Oh, it's like super brand new. It's only like 2 years old.
No, I can't find the bat wing.
I think it's this
You're
mirror.
close. I think
the second mirror.
Yeah.
You didn't have that second mirror, I think, or did you?
No, the second. Yeah, that was when I added the sphere. But let me take out this sphere because you just had the mixed geo. Did we have the torus already? There we go.
Yeah,
Yay!
And then
I was gonna say let's put color on the bat wings if you want. I don't know.
Was that what you wanted or not yet?
Yeah. I don't know. It wasn't exactly that, but it's close. It's close enough, I think.
Looks like spikes to me. So.
I think the get space is how you would mess with the normals. I mean the UVs. Excuse me. That's what I'm thinking.
Somebody shared a link, by the way.
You can see a huge chunk of GLSL code here. Oh, cool.
Ooh, I love those
ShaderPark core. Oh, that's super pretty.
And that's just by grabbing the RGB, right? And it makes it gradienty.
Love it.
Nice.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So the link someone shared who shared this?
Maddie.
Thank you, Maddie. He shared. It shows you like. Oh, that's so cool. That's nice. So then you can kind of for those who are brave enough to dig in, can kind of like learn what the underlying code is. Oh, let me refresh glitch.
Yeah, for me it
I
was
just
the
got
same.
too many requests.
Me too.
I mean, I suppose it's probably a lot to have the shaders and 3 people in there.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's not coming back to me yet.
oh, me neither.
Yeah, it's
Why?
we broke it.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna close the window and open a private navigator.
Do you still
Will
see
that
it,
change
Violeta?
anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, for me,
For me it's broken.
open preview.
It says there's
pane.
24 people in here. Maybe that's why.
24?
Oh,
Oh God.
no.
Are you
Or
guys
no.
there? All of you?
You guys should not be clicking
Yeah,
into
yeah,
that. Don't
please.
click in yet.
Can you not go
Get out
into
of
the
here.
template or maybe
Or
click
or
remix?
maybe it says anonymous is on line 24.
Yeah, I could see it. I could see now the anonymous person. So please, it would be lovely if, I mean, we did share
I mean, if this is
the template, but Violeta meant it so that you could remix it and not enter, because otherwise you break our stream if there's too many people. Please.
I think maybe we could just talk about something while it
I
does
don't
it.
know.
I'm gonna try to
Alright.
open a new tab and see, because it's broken for me.
Super exciting. Shader Park is so exciting.
I really do enjoy this.
It
I had seen so many people being like Shader Park, and then I was like, what is this? But I hadn't had time to dig in.
So
I'm
in
very
10
happy we
minutes,
actually
we're
got
gonna make a break, by the way, everybody. So in case we cannot
it.
debug.
little
come back.
commercial break.
So we decided that we stayed in Google Meet for now and didn't change another video conference, because we thought it's kind of nice to have a break. If somebody needs to hydrate, drink some water, go to toilet, then it's good to have a commercial break.
Etc. Yeah.
I don't see it yet. Do you see it back, the project?
No.
Now I only see you, so I think the people that was there, at least I think they are. I see Eliza now.
So I just clicked back in, but I still can't see the preview. Boo.
Yeah, me neither.
Preview, and then if I open it in a new window, no. Let me
Is
see.
it possible in CodePen to like upload a bunch of files?
Yeah, normally it is. Yeah, but you can
Maybe
you can
we
point to
can do-
CDNs, you know, because for example, the template that we use when we do our own shaders is based on s03e2, and you can just, like, you know, point out all the CDNs to like what I see here, for example, tracking controls and all that stuff. And do you want us in the break? We could try to move to CodePen if you prefer, because at least
Yeah.
CodePen is stronger in that sense. That's why I like to use it for our collabs around here, because it's rare that that it breaks when there's like 3 people. Yeah, it's not coming back for me anymore.
Well, why don't we break right now and then set that up and come back?
Yeah, let's do that. So
okay, y'all.
So we'll be back.
We will be back.
I'm gonna leave
the stream will keep going.
Exactly.
We're just gonna duck out and put the screen up for you guys, and then we'll be back in 5 minutes.
It's gonna go to starting soon and in a moment, I think. And now
sounds on, videos frozen. People see us moving now. I don't. Did I pause it? Let me click out. 1 sec. Let me click out of Twitch and go back in.
Yeah.
But they said in the comments they could see us moving. Okay, yeah, I see us moving. Sorry, everybody. Sometimes technical difficulties. What are you gonna do? But yeah, so if you don't mind holding off on jumping into this. Ooh, I love this noise pattern.
I'm trying to find the right thing. Now. Yay, we're back. Yay, finally. Yay. Thanks.
You have I see Violeta's link tree on the screen.
Yeah, I know. Now it should be. It's always like a minute delayed on Twitch from
when
I
true.
click on the stuff. So.
Sorry.
But I didn't
fun
know
noise pattern.
OBS got stuck too, so I had to kind of, go again into each of like the browser and the Meet and then click
Yeah.
again because I mean the Meet we did change, but the browser of Glitch I didn't change, so I don't know why it was stuck.
Okay. Well, everything works now, and we found some new functionalities to play with. I really love this noise pattern. I get the impression that Shader Park really lets people get an idea for all of the like shader kind of possibilities without so much of the like granular learning that needs to happen when you're writing kind of pure GLSL, which is kind of amazing.
Like you can achieve a result faster, especially like if
so
you want to do something with shaders and maybe you don't have the time, because sometimes it's not about patience to learn something, but maybe you don't have the time to put into
it's
learn
just time,
from scratch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then this is a great way because it's so fast.
So cool. Okay, so what did you add here? You added a noise and then you scaled it.
Yeah, I'm just following the tutorial.
Yes.
But like trying to get this input to work.
Oh yeah. So what is input? Let me look again. I was
like
reading this
slider.
Input.
Oh, you can also do normals.
Yeah. Was that what we were looking for before? No.
I don't know.
I thought that's what we were using to color already.
Now we're using the space, I think, to color, right?
I feel like, is input an actual function in
Yeah.
Because it says input, for me it says input is not defined.
Oh,
where do you see the error?
Yeah.
I don't even see an error.
If you mouse over the eye, I have a little squiggle under my eye, and then it says input is not defined.
Oh, that's why everything was red.
But then everything is undefined for me, actually. So never mind, ignore me.
Yeah, I don't think it's that.
But when I look at the Shader Park docs, I don't actually see an input function. I see an input section with get space, get redirection, time, and normal. Oh, no, wait, my bad. I found it. Input. Creates an input slider. Okay, so input, you need 3 values: start value, min value, max.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Makes sense. Parameters. Why isn't it working? How strange.
But where are you applying it? I don't see the scale. Where are we applying it? I mean, it's defined there, but you're not implementing. Oh,
yeah,
it's
she
here.
put it in noise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, now I see it. Okay, yeah.
What if you just put like 1 value in here? Like in the docs, they have just 1 value.
I imagine that it repeats itself 3 times, kind of.
Yeah, but like just to see if the little bar, because there should be like a control bar that appears, like a 3JS kind of control. Okay, that did nothing. So let me add back your code. Is it hiding somewhere off screen? No. Let me check I can't check the console. Terminal? Full page terminal.
By the way, you couldn't find the shape that you wanted, right, Violeta? So this is not what you wanted, but I think it's still cool.
I really like this shape personally.
Ooh, and now you added
I couldn't find the bat wings. So back from that.
Yeah, but this is cool too.
I'm gonna repeat this. Wow.
Because like, I'm gonna copy paste here straight from the docs and see if we get a sphere with any kind of line. No, yeah, I guess there's like a bug somewhere today for Shader Park, because even this straight out of the docs does nothing. So I'll delete that. Sorry. Okay. Didn't mean to like.
No, it's fine. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I feel like after this session, probably we have to have you again another time, and we have to dig in as well. I would like to learn more of it, so I would pre-prepare a code template too, in case it crashes.
Yeah, I wonder if it would feel different in CodePen.
Yeah.
Because, maybe it's Glitch that's getting in the way of the input. Have you used it in Glitch before with the input?
No. Yeah,
maybe there's something.
Yeah, it could be.
Maybe it's just like.
I'm trying to look for an example that I thought was really cool, and I kind of want to
bring it in. Yeah.
I'll bring it again, the intersect, to try this.
Ooh.
I don't see any change. Do you see something different?
What did you add?
I was trying the intersect function.
Ah. I didn't see anything different. But I think you have to add, to use intersect, I think you need to put 2 shapes or something.
But we already have them.
Yeah.
We have a sphere.
Maybe you have to use the function like with the shapes though. Where did you get intersect from anyway?
It was
Is
just
that
here.
from composition?
I don't know.
Input.
I just uncommented just to test because sadly I cannot read the documentation without my
of course.
screen freezing.
Geometry. Modifiers. Here we go. I found it. Intersect.
Oh, cool. Now
So
it
box,
looks very trippy because you're rotating everything.
If you take intersect and you were to put it like in between sphere and box, I think something is supposed to happen.
But now I think 𝗙𝗶𝗱 is doing something also. Never mind.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just messing with it.
I like it. It's more trippy, you know. So
Yeah.
If you move it around, it will.
Yeah, if you rotate it, it's fun. You get like a lot of different kind of.
That's so cool. I really like the smoky effect inside, like in the material, you know. So. So yeah, the code makes me think about P5 a lot.
Yeah, same. I'm sure that was by design, to be honest. I feel like they really wanted, like, I feel like the point of Shader Park is that it be like inviting and accessible and not scary, which shaders can definitely be when you first look at them. So cool.
Yeah, it almost looks like you're I want to say pulli, but that's the German word. Your sweater, Eliza, or is it a hoodie?
Oh yeah, true.
You know, because it's like smoky.
Hoodie. Yeah.
Okay. Ah, yeah. It almost looked like that.
Totally, like acid washed or something. Ooh, I like these colors. I love a good pastel.
Yeah, me too.
Kind of ombre. I kind of want to dye my hair that color, like a gray-y.
Yeah.
Pastel-y. I did it once, but it washes out so fast. It's
Yeah,
so annoying. So expensive, and then it's just gone within a week. I mean, they do also sell very cheap at this store that you can do at home.
Yeah, I was gonna say so, and they're not so expensive.
Oh, it's so nice.
It's very meditative now at the moment. I like it. So, you know, because I don't like when it's too, the animations that are too glitchy. I feel like I'm having like an attack or something.
Yeah, you don't want to have a seizure because it's too
yeah, but this is, I like the motion.
Okay, wait, let me check in the tutorials. Do they have any? Oh wait, it's YouTube tutorials. Cool.
So by the way, I have to ask, 𝗙𝗶𝗱, when you were doing NFTs, did you mention already, were you using Shader Park then, like this template for hand?
No, I just, they uploaded this like 3 months ago.
Oh, it's rather new.
And
Okay.
I just found it yesterday.
Ah, okay.
Oh, your timing is impeccable. Like I've seen it. Like there's a few videos online of like how to use Shader Park with Touch Designer, for example, for VJing and stuff. It looks pretty promising.
I wanted to use that, but I was like, that's too ambitious for today.
I don't know if we can be multiple people in Touch Designer.
No, probably.
I don't think that's a thing yet.
We talked about it.
It's not like
in Unity. It would have been like kind of with Patricio, like share screen, because I don't think you can do.
Yeah, exactly. These are not environments for like. I mean, in Unity, you could maybe if you were staying in scripting and you just did it using like VS Code, you could probably get in there with multiple people. But to be in the actual Unity world, I don't know.
Oh, no, it's stuck again for me.
Me too. Are people back in, or is it maybe it's just because it's shaders?
I think it's because I like click around like crazy.
Oh, but it should be okay.
But then I'm also, me too, doing the same. So maybe we make it think that there's 50 people in there just because.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna stop clicking in. Cool.
I mean, definitely glitch.
Glitches
you
being
know?
glitchy.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say it makes honor to its own name because it's
Yeah.
very glitchy.
Totally.
I didn't know that it was when I've used it and it's been I think maybe 2 years that I've used it. It wasn't so buggy. It was quite stable.
I think if you're in it alone, though, also it's very different. Like, because, yeah. I definitely remember Matt saying that he had it in workshops with people where he had it bug a bit. Oh, you get hours? You have 1,000 active hours per month for all your projects. Wow.
Yeah, you just click on the little poppy to see what's up in the meantime. Okay, it's not showing to me.
I'm kind of stuck. I'm trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah, no, I think don't worry about it. I mean, it's not even showing, so.
Yeah, for us, the project we received too many requests,
so for our
don't worry
viewers,
about
it's
it.
just like.
Yeah.
So you know what I was thinking, because we actually have to keep it short this session, Eliza and I. So we have to go soon. Maybe we can just circle back to a little conversation before saying goodbye, and then for sure we will have you back. So that
if you want to come, you're always welcome.
Yes.
We can do this again for sure.
Yes.
And we'll have it set up in CodePen
so
next time, so then it doesn't get
glitchy.
too many requests, because we have the pro version. So
Yay.
I think there's a little bit more scaffolding in there. But so, like, if people want to see your work, where can they find you? I know I've seen you on s03e2. Do you still have stuff up there that you're doing?
Yeah.
What are you working on that you're excited about?
Tell us about your NFT journey, by the way, because I'm really curious. We haven't had too many people on NFT spectrum on the stream, just Rafael last time, and now you. So I think it would be interesting for everybody to hear when did you start to get into NFTs? I assume last year, maybe even before. And how is it going up until now?
I got into NFTs like last year in March when it was kind of blowing up, and I found my way into the 𝗙𝗵 Discord, and I never really left after that. It just very organically happened that I was working with 𝗙𝗵. I was like a React developer and on Discord as a Discord mod. But now I was trying to like really get into s03e2, and like I did some projects that I actually wanted to talk to you about, because I went to a festival the other day and they didn't really have any great like interactive installations, and I thought I was looking at the project you did with the body tracking, and it was like a body tracking and a shader.
Is this your dancing man, Ilithya?
Yeah. And I was like, that'd be so cool to have for a musician. Like, the visuals aren't done by the VJ, they're done like by the audience.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just sent like s03e2 in the chat in the Google Meet.
I sent it to your Telegram, Ilithya.
Thank you. So I can put it on the screen.
Yeah, I was trying to. Sorry.
Cool.
I was trying to focus on Three.js for s03e2, and I haven't. I kind of stopped. I started getting really into DALL-E and doing like AI generated images, but I'm thinking like maybe I should go back to the doing Three.js for s03e2, because it was a lot of fun.
And you could combine them probably. Like you could use. I saw. Did I save the link somewhere? I definitely found. If I find the link, I'll send it to you. How to use like DALL-E or Midjourney stuff as like an infinite texture with like no borders. So you could use that on your Three.js like objects if you wanted, and combine all of the things you're excited about.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, as far as NFTs, it's been kind of slow lately.
Okay.
I think with everyone.
I think the market crashed, so this year with the economical crisis.
What did they say at @𝗙𝗶𝗻 is NFT winter or something? But they were saying this one guy was, who was it? It was 𝗙𝗵, who was saying that it's kind of not necessarily a bad thing, because it means that it kind of susses out who's like actually making art for art's sake and who's out there just for like the cash grab,
the money.
So whoever is left when it takes off again will be the people that, you know, care versus
Yeah,
those who are.
I think Higginbook really attracted a creative coding community because you could do interactive NFTs,
Yeah.
and that's been super fun. And I think the people, the people who went into that, they were always doing that, and they're always going to be doing that. So
Exactly. Yeah, we were already doing it before, so like we're not going to stop just because.
yeah, and there's a lot of people like who will be like, yeah, I don't like NFTs. My friends lost a lot of money on it, and it's like, okay, well, I'm not really interested in like the gamble aspect of it.
Yeah.
Like
This the person
you can gamble with it, but
well, the technology
I
by
haven't
itself, no? So for me, that's a part when I've been just trying a little
speculative.
bit.
That's the word.
I like the whole that it's just a new technology for us, a new tool to, poke at it. And yeah, maybe you can even make money out of it as an artist, which is great.
It's
'Cause
fun.
for us, it's hard. For digital artists, it's hard otherwise to remunerate unless you have a commission work. But otherwise,
Pretty much.
it's tough, right? Because especially if you're doing motion stuff that is not like to be printed. So in that sense, I think it's that's the part that I find very interesting about like just doing NFTs. No, so and
yeah, the speculative market for me is uninteresting as well. Like it's also just like a headache. Such a gamble, and then buyers get mad at you if it doesn't make them money. Blah blah blah. I don't know. I'm not into that. But like Ilithya says, it's nice to be able to like have a thing that says this is mine. If you'd like, you can buy it. And I mean, I think the best analogy is always like if you buy a video game or whatever, you can't share it with your friends. But like an NFT, you can share it. It's yours. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I lost a lot of money, but it wasn't really money that I put in the first place. It was just money that I got off of my NFTs.
Same.
So it's not like I really lost money.
Exactly. It doesn't feel real yet, right? I made the noob stupid mistake where you write all of your seed phrases down on a piece of cardboard and then you lose it. So I lost like 600 tezos, and I was like, well, whatever. I never really like it was never. I never held it in my hands anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah. For me, I'm in that moment too. Still, like it's just about experimentation. I think so.
Yeah.
And I find it very. I respect people that does it so often too, because I think it's such a pain in the ass to do the whole like minting, and I remember I didn't have patience like a year ago with him, and so.
I feel like the process has gotten a bit more streamlined though since I remember you telling me. I remember the day that you set it up to do it. I was like, that sounds like such a headache.
Yeah.
But when I did it with 𝗙𝗵ℎ𝗱, it was fairly easy. I feel like they did a good job on their UI, and my experience with 𝗙𝗶 also last February was pretty good.
Cool. Then that's
I haven't tried.
Maybe I'll like mint whatever we made, which wasn't too amazing. But if anyone has a address, you can send it in the Twitch, and I'll send you the mints for free for participating.
Oh, cute! If you guys have wallets, plug them in the chat or like DM us afterwards. Also,
yeah, DM us your address, and we'll send you the participation NFT.
Cute. I love that.
Yeah, reach out on Twitter.
That idea.
Let me plug in your Twitter because there's where you are as well, right? So, in case.
I really like the idea of a little keepsake. Like that is like a lovely idea, like a use case for NFTs. I had never thought of that. A little keepsake you walk away with from the event.
Yeah, I'll put in the description like thanks for participating with me, Eliza and Eliza.
Cute.
And then put like the date. And then,
that's fun.
Curiously minded.
Are you 𝗙𝗵ℱ on Twitter? No.
_Forest.
There's another 𝗙𝗵ℱ. Wow. I thought maybe you were the only one.
I tagged the right person in my tweets, right? Yes, I think I did.
Yeah, I hope so because there's another one.
I got very worried. This is you? No, this is you. I got the right. Sorry.
And she's in a forest. She's in an actual in her photos. I mean, not you, the other one. So.
Not you, yeah, the other one.
I put it in the chat, so yeah, people can touch. But yeah, that's fun. So, do you have like anything that you would like to share with the community before we leave? Like, do you have, for example, since you're like doing NFTs? Do you have any release of a project that you are gonna do in a couple of weeks, or maybe an installation where you live or something?
No, but no, I've been working a lot on this video game for a client. I've been working, like collaborating with an artist, so I've been working in Unity a lot, and I haven't been focusing on NFTs lately, but
Is it
that's why I
something that's
want
going to be released to the public?
I was
The
gonna
video
ask.
game?
I was gonna ask about
The
that.
collab that you're
yeah,
doing?
yeah,
Cool. So keep your eyes peeled for that. I assume you'll share when it's
Yes.
ready.
Yes.
yeah, totally.
I want to see. I
Yes.
want to play. Is it 2D or I know it's Unity? No, I guess it could be 2D. 3D. Fun. Cool.
Okay.
Yay.
Yeah, look forward
It's
to see
like
you.
it's like an art, not an art experience. It's like the person who is, you know, the artist who made up the idea is like a, I want to say like a director, like almost like film director. So they want to get it into like film festivals and stuff. So and there's
Ooh.
supposed to be like a VR portion of it.
Super
Yeah.
fun. Wow.
Yeah, you
Okay.
should
Oh,
put it
I'm
in a
really
festival
excited
because
to see
this
how this
reminds
develops.
me that 𝗙𝗶𝗱 made a video game. I think it was last year, you know. So
𝗙𝗶𝗱? Yeah,
it was
it's
like
true.
on
What was it
WebGL on the
called?
browser, and I think he
Uh-huh.
submitted it to some festival, and I think he got some awards. So you should totally
Yeah,
do
he did it with the
Your
National
team,
Film Board of Canada.
your
He
team
made it
should.
an app
I think you
and a
should do
web
it.
browser thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
exactly.
guys should do it.
Maybe you will.
And you can,
do
I think you
something.
can, I feel like Unity has a fairly straightforward, like iOS integration. I mean, straightforward. I have a friend who did it. He said it
yeah.
was like not too painful. Still slightly painful, but like not too painful.
Yeah, it's not too bad with Unity to export apps. Sure.
Cool.
Awesome. Well, thank
All
you
right.
for joining us
Yeah,
today.
thank you, and
So
thanks
nice to have you
everybody
with us. And
that
thank you
join
everyone for
us
watching.
during the week.
Wayfinder, that's what it's called. That was
The
Matt's
game?
game.
Yeah.
Wayfinder. Thank you, Maddie. Is it Matt 𝗙𝗶𝗱? Yeah.
Yeah, Matt
Suddenly I
𝗙𝗶𝗱.
was like, is Maddie Willow Matt
No,
𝗙𝗶𝗱
no.
just like screen name hiding?
No.
No, it's not.
I think I follow this person on Twitter, Maddie Will. I'm not sure, so it kind of like rings a bell. Yeah.
Maddie Willow.
Send me your Tesla's address too, or I'll find it. I think you're on Hicketman, right?
I'm not. I mean, I am, but don't send any. That's the one that I locked myself out of by accident.
Oh.
But I do have a Teza's wallet, so I'll send it to you after.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll send you guys a link.
Yeah, I will.
And
I will
I'm gonna
send it
have
to
some
you
of.
as well. Right.
I'm gonna have some of my Art Basel like bubble things to gift in like a day or so. So if people want them, I'm gonna put a little open call on Instagram. So, and obviously you two send me your wallets. I will send you if you want. No pressure, you guys. I don't want pushing my bubbles on everyone. I'm like, I have 1,000 of them. Take them. But if you don't want one, it's fine.
Yeah, cool. Well, thanks everybody again for being here. Wishing you a lovely evening or day, if maybe it's still quite early.
Yes,
for
wherever you are
you
in the
never
world.
know.
It's true.
And see you in a couple of weeks, or we don't know yet. So maybe next week. I don't know. We will announce it. So very spontaneously.
We have someone fun coming at the end of November. I will say that, but I won't say who yet.
Yeah. All right. Thank
Your
you.
eyes peeled.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks, guys, gals, people.
Bye.
Bye.